Barlund's transactional model of communication.
Good day everyone, today we're going to discuss about transactional model of communication. So when you hear transactional communication, what comes to your mind? So later on we will discuss that what is transactional model of communication. It is the exchange between the sender and the receiver where each take turns to send or receive the message. So the model is mostly used for interpersonal communication and it's also called circular model of communication.
Who created the transactional model of communication? Barlund. In light of these weaknesses, Barlund in 1970 proposed a transactional model of communication. The basic premise of this transactional model of communication is that individuals are simultaneously engaging in the sending and receiving of message.
So at this point, we're going to explain the transactional model of communication. Let's go!
So here is the one person, and we are gonna draw the other person. So first this person can be identified as the sender, who will be going to send the message to what we call the receiver. Once the sender sends the message to the receiver has to do something to that message. They have to decode. So the receiver decodes the message, which means that the sender encoder of the message. So once the receiver receives and decodes it, they then encode a new message and send it back to the receiver. So in fact, a receiver decoder can become a sender encoder. In this making the sender encoder a receiver decoder. Now, what they're sending are messages. Some messages will just say right here, this encoder is speaking and this initial receiver is listening. However, the receiver can send information back even non-verbally. So let's say this receiver is listening and doesn't quite understand the what what the sender is saying. So once the receiver decodes the message and offers like says they're confused, it will shown in their face. So the message that is being received is a non-verbal communicating message. So we wanna put right here message. Now sometimes, especially in public speaking, we can be interrupted. We can be interrupted by someone coughing. We can be interrupted by a person doesn't understand what you're saying. Anything that create a distraction is called a noise. Oh, whoa, just like that. The rooster in our backyard. So let's go back to that topic. So all of that things are noise. And noise can interfere with the messages that sending, receiving, decoding, and encoding. Also, you want to think about messages is transferable. Hearing then the message they receive will be developed by another person. So if you have a deaf member of the audience and deaf member who have the assistant who is decoding the message for that receiver or non-hearing receiver, so that the basic transactional model through channels. So one channel for the public speaker is the voice, right? So here channel is audio, and the receiver is also audio, but it is not spoken word. It's the hearing, right? So they are hearing the message, and we know with spoken word that it is being to be heard if the receiver is none.
That is the transactional model of communication. So that's all. Thanks for watching, and I hope guys you understand it and you like it.